Rover Racing will do likewise to see how the Mercedes is doing. They've got the back marker ahead. The Porsche should keep out of the way. Lining up for the inside is Katzberg. If he can go through on the inside of Paul, the Mercedes can't, and that is the case. He's bought himself a bit of breathing space.
And that's why Nicky Katzberg is a definite go-to, proper pro driver. Great bit of racing by both drivers, but Katzberg, he was there and he was determined not to let the Mercedes get the advantage.
That's the leader. The leader, Dirk Werner, is off the road. The leader has had a drama. Is that a spin or has something mechanical caused the car to go around? That is down at Brussels by the look of it. The smoke coming out of the engine bay. I fear this does not look good for the race-leading car. Here it comes, John.
I think something mechanical has gone awry. There it is. Something locks at the back of the car and he goes around. Now, whether that was in the transmission or difficult to tell, you're only going to be second guessing, but something caused the rear of the car to lock up. There's the face, Lucas Luhr.
And it's his car now that will uphold the team's honour. So 46 has to step up to the plate, doesn't it now?
Pierre Dupasquier, you can see the concentration, waiting for the move down the inside. Is it going to happen? Well, you stick your nose up the inside, you try to distract and unsettle Stefan Otelli. Well, Otelli's been here, he's written the book. He knows precisely what the game is.
Down they come towards La Source. He goes one way, he goes the other. Otelli defends, but there's racing room on the inside, and now the BMW will make the move. Nick Katzberg goes through, up on the inside. Place gained, into the lead, on merit, on pace, not just on pit stops. Goes 46 then, so Marc VDS loses one, but gets the sister car up into the lead of the race. This battle is not done yet. It may well be decided on pit strategy, but for now, Nick Katzberg wants to try to get away from that Audi and try and build some sort of a gap and therefore lose less time during the next pit stop. So, 46 BMW now takes over the lead of the race. Nick Katzberg is at Eau Rouge for the last time, heads uphill. He's not had a win in the Blancpain Endurance Series before. He's not had a win in the Spa 24 Hours before. Nick Katzberg, we've seen go well in the classes in the Blancpain Endurance Series in years past, but an outright win beckons, and in the most important round of the championship and the most important GT race. And now, after years and years and years of effort and years and years and years of disappointment, there's going to be an enormous celebration at Marc VDS Racing. The party is about to start as victory in the 2015 Total 24 Hours of Spa goes to Nick Katzberg, Lucas Luhr and Marcus Paltela. Marc VDS Racing wins the Spa 24 Hours and wins in style.
Fire going off, so someone's had a tyre explosion. Is that one of the Audis? It certainly is one of the Audis. Is it the number 6 car that's pulled off the side? It is the number 6. Those tyres have given up, and this, you don't see that often, but they've given up and taken the rear end of the car with it. So Christopher Mies, he will be getting out of there in a flash. Well done, sir, for getting out, but that was pushing one lap too long. Beats almost the imaginary flames out on the seat of his overalls. So the marshals very quickly there with their fire extinguishers. Full course yellow.
Maybe a safety car deployment. So that car burning, the tyre has exploded and has torn through oil lines, maybe through a fuel line, but most likely the oil lines, getting onto the very, very hot parts of the rear of the car. And that was the left rear that just gave up. That was a sit-on, went with their tyres, and that was the penalty.
For going too long on tyres and falling apart. But ironically, on this lap, this was the one that could have actually saved those tyres, but they've had so much taken out of them.
See the Porsche on the right of the screen, just no traction, just nothing he can do. Car's out of control, and all those around him are coming up to this corner. The Mercedes, you can see it even is slithering and sliding. It still manages to get sort of stopped. It's out of control. The driver can do nothing. He just manages to avoid the 86 car. He's sitting there. Watch the Lamborghini coming, probably doing 50 miles an hour. Rearward, bang! I mean, there's a massive cage inside the cockpit, but there's a significant amount of damage to the right-hand side.
As it gets dark here, naughtiness prevails. We know that, because the judges of fact can't see as much.
Oh, another car off. That's an Audi. It's got a 2 in the number. Oh my goodness. And it's a Mercedes as well. Wow. And that's the Kobayashi Mercedes as well, yeah.
Oh, again? So the Audi turns sharp left under braking,
with the
clatters
Mercedes
into
there.
the Mercedes.
Oh, We said the Mercedes sparked, but not that much.
Wow. And it's sparking because it's broken the right front suspension.
Oh, that's a shame.
Let's have a look and see. Well, there we are. The Audi gets. Look at that. Well, you could never have guessed that was there. But that was the Audi getting into trouble. The Bentley was right up the tail of the Porsche had to take avoiding action. And I mean, watch on board. Bruce, look at this. Bruce, look at this. Oh, there was contact. The Porsche hit the Audi. That's what caused it to get sideways. Then, goodness
that
me.
is the most dramatic image of the race. And when you see frontal damage, you don't think it's happened from a car coming from behind, but that was up, over, and down upon the bonnet, if you will. So 3 cars damaged there. Full course yellow again, and with good reason, because that is down at Paul's curve, Paul Frere curve.
So there you can see the heavy damage in the front of the car. That is, I think, fluid that has come as a result of that contact. Now they're going to go into the front and see where the damage around that radiator and water pipes might be.
Lawrence was trying to overtake a lapped car, and I think the guy saw him because he was side by side for 2 corners, and I think the guy just lost the car and he wrecked Lawrence, and I was on the right, and just, you know, I couldn't avoid him. All I knew, I was in the air, and so I felt like a British Airways pilot at that time, and I just landed, and you know, the car was all over the place. The guys did a mega job repairing it because there was a lot of damage, as you can see. It took them 10 minutes, and I ran out of gearbox pressure, but it was because of the massive hit that I got when I landed.
So out of campus, Kevin Estre thinking about where can I find a way past the ever-smiling Fred McAfee, who had closed up to the rear of Earl Bamber. Now, Kevin Estre forces the issue, runs 2 wheels on the grass as they come through the right-hander before you get in, and he's going to wind up. He's made it. Has he got round the outside? Can he do it yet again? Yes, he has.
Tell you what, he's a brave boy, isn't he, Kevin Estre? Up into 3rd place he goes. Talk us through this again.
Right, so he gets good drive out of Paul Frere. He goes the long way around. In fairness, McAfee gave him working room. Now, has he done it again? He has. He's got ahead of Earl Bamber. Oh, Kevin Estre, you are a star on a very, very wet Spa-Francorchamps circuit.
Okay, so he's up to 2nd then from the 6th row. Can he get Mauro Engel? Can he get the 5-second cushion pullback before the first round of stops? In the space of a lap, Kevin Estre is on for the race lead before the first round of pit stops. Come on, Kevin.
And the reason for his last lap was 2.5 seconds quicker than Mauro Engel. 2.5 seconds.
2:35, 2:33. Estre with the fastest lap. That was the move on Earl Bamber. You wait for the move against Mauro Engel for the race lead. The way that Kevin Estre is going, absolutely breathtaking.
Big advantage.
This is for the race lead. Mauro Engel, Kevin Estre, toe-to-toe. This is great to watch as Estre goes way wide at Blanchimont. He's back on the road, and Mauro Engel gets a bit more breathing space, but only about an inch or two, and Estre right back with him under braking for the bus stop.
Yeah, Kevin Estre left nothing on the table there as he came through Blanchimont, but it's into the pits for the race leader. Mauro Engel never ever headed when this race went green. He has now been headed. He's into the pit lane. Kevin Estre takes over control of this race. Still the fastest car on the racetrack. His last lap of 2:35.5. But that was because he was ducking and diving as he came up to this final chicane, and of course then the entry of the number 4 Mercedes into the pit lane again, a fraction of time lost.
As there in 61st place back into the race is the Jean-Paul Buffon BMW that has a big off. He's in the wall. Bang! That's a huge off. Jean-Paul Buffon, suddenly the car broke away under braking for Lecombe. Bang, off he has gone. It didn't look to be going that quickly, but it certainly has made an enormous impact into the wall.
You can almost see that coming. He looked up in his mirrors as he hit the braking zone for Lecombe. He saw that the race leaders were coming up behind him, and he looked just that instant too long before he locked up, lost control, and you're right, he pounded the tire wall.
Now it's battle on here between Engel in the Mercedes, Estre in the Porsche, and has the Porsche gone by? He's on the outside line, is Kevin Estre. He's got his nose in front, he brakes as late as he dares, and yes, Kevin Estre goes round the outside. Great move, that gives him position. The Porsche goes ahead of the Mercedes. On the limit is a sideways Mauro Engel, but that was brave by Kevin Estre on the outside line on a greasy road.
Well, after the demonstration he put on at the beginning of this race on a wet racetrack, going from 12th to 1st, what else did we expect?
Nico Muller under attack. Here comes Kevin S. The gap's coming down, the gap's coming down. This is for second place on the road. Is Estra going to make a dive? He thinks about it one way, thinks about it the other. Each way he goes, he gets a face full of the Audi of Nico Muller, then sideways! Off he goes into the tyres. Nico Muller bounces off the tyres. He's back in the race, but suddenly the whole complexion of activity at WRT has changed, and how much damage will that have done? He may have just got out of jail free there, John Watson, because that has not picked up that much damage, but that could have been a huge, huge problem.
So let's just see how Kevin Estra threads his Porsche up alongside the Audi. The Audi doesn't even know he's there.
Oh.
What is that all about? Well, excuse me, Vicar.
Over the timing line, race back underway. Kevin Estra leads at Spa. Nick Tandy is doing the chasing. The rain is starting to fall as well. Here is Tandy alongside the Beetle Tribute Porsche. He's gone through on the outside line. He's also got fewer cars to overtake because they've gone to the pit lane. The gap is 9.2 seconds, 14 minutes to go. Porsche will win the 71st running of the Total 24 Hours of Spa. For GPX Racing, it is going to be Richard Leeds, Michael Christensen and Kevin Estra to win here at Spa-Francorchamps, and a delighted team burst into celebration. Nick Tandy comes across the line 3.3 seconds back at the end of a 24-hour motor race.
Absolutely stunning. I mean, a race that was punctuated by a long red flag situation has come alive in the last couple of hours, and it's been two Porsche drivers who've dominated the final lap of the race. Kevin Estra, stunning drive in the 20 Porsche, and really all you can say, Michael Christensen, Richard Leeds, the delight in the team. And, I mean, bearing in mind the history with the sponsor of the car, well, it'll be a celebration tonight.
So Engel's got the wipers on. Meeks has a big wobble coming down the board, off he goes.
Yeah. The track is now fractionally wetter than it was previously. Arrow Engel's going to try and get past, but look, Matteo Drudi likewise, but he's on the wrong side of the racetrack. Can't go the long way round. He's taken over the third spot.
Brilliant move. Round the outside, find a bit more grip. Has he come out ahead? Almost. Yes! Matteo Drudi has done it. That was brave stuff. It was a good save as well by Christopher Mies at Paul, wasn't it?
Yeah, but Christopher Mies, by almost losing his Audi, set up that opportunity for Drudi and compromised Engel in the Mercedes. Drudi saw him, and then he just made progress. Now he's going to try and get past the sister car of Christopher Mies. He's got the momentum up the hill. He's got the track position up the hill. He's taken away second place.
Matteo Drudi is flying. He's up in a second spot then, and not only that, look at the gap he's pulled straight away. Mies is the one really seems to be struggling with the conditions. Engel round the outside down to the bus stop. What is happening suddenly for Audi 31, and where's Engel gone? There he is. He's made a right mons of it.
Yeah, he locked him. He didn't lock him. He just outbraked himself, and that's given Christopher Mies the opportunity to get back. So now Mies, who was the one that was losing out on that lap, all of a sudden has managed to get. But the biggest loser of all, sadly, is Arrow Engel, who's now three cars wide in La Source. The Audi in the middle, the meat in the middle. I don't know. We're running out of expletives here. Look at the Porsche coming down the inside now. Sad. Unbelievable.
Where's he going to end? Who is going to break latest? Engel goes back ahead of priming. Big twitch. Michael Christensen's Porsche is there. And then you've got Christopher Mies, who is desperately trying to salvage something out of all of this. And I think Dennis Lind is the one at the back of the pack. Yes, look at the Lamborghini. Dennis Lind, he's got a Porsche and he has to hit the brakes. Michael Christensen is in the way. Christopher Mies is over there. Mauro Engel in that part of the racetrack he wants. Up to Lincoln they come. Wonderful racing. Look back, Andy Soucek's Bentley is about to try to gobble up Giancarlo Fisichella Ferrari. That's a brilliant shot, isn't it?
Oh, unbelievable. I thought he was going to... The tow hook, that's what you're looking at, is the rear tow hook and mandatory in all these cars. I thought it was going to go into the Bentley's radiator.
So the battle rages on for second place, and we'll just see Dennis Lind gets second. I was about to say we'll find out more about the McLaren. Dennis Lind goes through to second place. He's worked hard for that. Right, tick, job done, he's through. There's Mauro Engel through in fourth place, and now look, Niederhauser's got stuck in the traffic. It's the Sky Tempesta Ferrari. Jonathan Hui will try to get out of the way. Let them go into the bus stop now. Mauro Engel dives up the inside of Niederhauser in traffic, goes through, goes deep, goes wide, goes off, goes down 2 places. Back past him goes Niederhauser. Up and past him goes Thomas Preining. So 1 up, 2 back for Maro Engel. That was opportunistic in the traffic, but he just could not get the car slowed down in time. So now Niederhauser has new opposition to try to defend. Thomas Preining is the man right up behind him, but that was great idealism by Engel. He knew exactly what he had to try to do, but it didn't work, and we're being given a drive-through penalty for number 21, Alexandre Imperatores, KCMG Porsche, for causing a collision with number 84, Phil Ellis's Mercedes. You're on board with Richard Leitz, and he's the one now right up with Maro Engel, who's found himself dropping down the order, not gaining places.
Taking a look at the replay, Jonathan Queen trying to keep out of the way, up the inside rather than the outside this time goes the orange Mercedes, but no chance. Do we feel there's a bit of rain in the air? I think there is. I think that actually was even moisture coming up off the curbing, so it has been maybe falling for the last lap or so, but you've got to try, and Maro Engel certainly tried.
Here comes Preining to the inside of the bus stop. Oh no, you don't, says Patrick Niederhauser. He fends him off, but he's a little bit deep into the bus stop. That might give Preining the advantage. Remember, it's a little bit slippery here because there's light drizzle falling. Out of the bus stop they come, up towards the timing line. It will still be the Audi ahead, but only just to the outside line. Then the inside, dives Preining. He will brake late, but he's going to go deep into the corner, is he? He's got the job done. Fantastic move, that. Brilliant. He got the car slowed down, he got to the clipping point, and that puts the Porsche of Thomas Preining in third. The rain is falling at Spa. 50 minutes of the race to go. The leader has gone on to slicks, and the second place car has gone on to wets, and the rain is getting heavy. The rain is coming down. That is the car that's on slick tyres. The Iron Lynx Ferrari with under an hour to go, tiptoes round. Is it going to bail? Is it going to stay out? What weather information does the Italian team have at its disposal? You could cynically say it's down to a driver's right foot, and there is drama now. That might change things completely, because off the road has gone 9-11, and more of them on slick tyres arrive. 3-4 cars involved. Now potentially full course yellow will come, and look, there's another car off the road there heading towards the barrier. The 50 Mercedes slews sideways. There's another Ferrari pirouetting. The yellow flags wave, and Alain Adam is going to have to make a call in a moment. The yellow flags are there, and cars get away from the scene of the crime, diving for the pit lane. Well, the road clears itself. Everybody's got the chance to back off, except another Mercedes spins into the bus stop chicane. The drivers have the ability, and the teams will be shouting on the radio, go slow, and that's the leader who's barely going to make the corner. In paddles the Ferrari, and Iron Lynx looks as though it is going to be denied because of the weather.
Oh, the Ferrari has hit the barrier.
Of course, yellow is called for. That's because of the car in a dangerous place more than the conditions. You might argue the conditions have been the catalyst for the car being off the road, but it's not just the rain that has triggered this. It is a car stranded on the circuit, and of course if anybody else were to hit that, then we'd be in real trouble.
Safety car in this lap.
Safety car in this lap. We're all set to go. How exciting. Look at Dries van Thor running behind the safety car. He will be on his toes when it comes to the safety car coming up the hill into turn 18 and 19. It will then be in the control of the young Belgian driver to take this race back for the remaining 30 minutes, and can he win a historic win?
Here comes the Ferrari. Look, it looks a little bit quicker and tighter going down towards campus. You've seen the way the Audi has been sliding. You get offline on one corner for that sequence of going left and right, and you're offline all the way through. And here comes Pierre Guidi. This is for the race lead. We've been racing since 4:30 yesterday. 9.5 minutes to go, side by side. On the outside line is the Ferrari, and Pierre Guidi's going to do it. Right round the outside, he's got the drive, he's got the momentum, and he's got the bravery. Alessandro Pierre Guidi leads at Spa. Fantastic move. Its first GT World Challenge Endurance Cup win, its first Intercontinental GT Challenge win. The checkered flag at the ready. The TotalEnergies 24 Hours of Spa for 2021 is won by Ferrari, by Comme Ledegar, Nicholas Nielsen and Alessandro Pierre Guidi, who comes across the line, the hero of the hour.